Hello everybody, Drew here for Drewdat Games, also from the YouTube channel of Drewdat Entertainment, back with another episode of Is It Worth It? I believe this is number 21, but don't quote me on that, because I'm not looking at the list of videos that I have on the channel at this point. As you guys see by the thumbnail and the title, we're here to talk, and the screen behind me, we're here to talk about Elder Scrolls Online at the request of my partner that I work with here on YouTube, my younger brother, Desert Nord. Speaking of which, hey bro.
Hey there.
Also joining us for this one, as we just got done live with Breaking Rocks over on the Entertainment channel at the time of the recording of this video. Joining us is the one and only Joshy064. Hey Josh. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, Elder Scrolls Online, is it worth it in 2022? One Lord?
Yeah, so the first part of this I would point out is that the game is available on Game Pass. So that's your first
Well, first
sort
of
of
all,
threshold.
it's free to play the base game in the first place at this point.
Yeah, exactly. The base game is free to play, but the entire Tamriel Unlimited version is available on Game Pass. And okay, so the base game is free, so obviously that's worth it, right there.
Yeah.
Definitely worth it. Now, the Game Pass Tamriel Unlimited version is also, I would classify as worth it because, well, if you're paying for Game Pass, you're getting immense value to begin with. So the fact that it's included in that really just that's really just a conversation about Game Pass at that point.
And when you say including Game Pass, does that include most of the expansions?
Um, not the newest ones, only the one behind the current.
Like
Um,
like Somerset, Morrowind, and so on and so forth.
you wouldn't the way you would get all of the expansions is if you were to either individually pay for them in the game or pay for ESO Plus,
Yeah.
which is something I myself have been doing.
And I currently have ESO Plus at the time of the recording of this video too, so.
Yeah. It's if you're going to play the game without it, it's a very, very much different experience and a much harder experience than if you play with it.
Yep.
And that's another $15 a month, give or take, depending if you do like a more broad plan, it's less per month, but it's still roughly that. Um, and that I think if you're gonna really play the game, you kind of have to because you get the craft bag and you get the added experience and you get all the DLCs. So it's kind of if you're gonna play so playing the base game is okay, interesting, but you're gonna struggle. You're never gonna get as far as the other players. If you play it on Game Pass with the Ultimate version, where it has everything besides the DLCs, you're going to enjoy it more, but you're still going to wish you had ESO Plus. If you play it with ESO Plus, you're going to pay a little more, but you are going to get essentially what I would call nearly the full experience.
Yeah.
Um, then there's a further line above that where you would pay for the new DLCs as they come out, along with ESO Plus,
Yeah.
along with having Game Pass for the base game.
Mm-hmm.
So it begins to add up at that point in terms of cost, and this is an ongoing cost, of course.
Yeah, because it's an ongoing game, yeah.
It's a game as service.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. And I never went as far as to believe that paying for the current DLC, as it comes out is worth it, because I just, never sprang for it. Because it'll come out eventually for the ESO Plus people anyway.
Yeah.
So,
there is one thing.
but as far as um, the game itself is really, really enthralling for anybody who's an an Elder Scrolls fan of the series.
There is one thing I do want to bring up. Well, the obvious comparison of it with Skyrim, which
Sure.
is hard to not do. But
There are some parallels, but it's very different.
yeah, for example, smithing mechanics and certain mechanics that are in Skyrim are not really present all that much, if at all, in this, right?
The crafting system is way more complex than in Skyrim.
Yeah, well,
Um, you have rare crafting materials. You have multiple layers that you have to come up with. You have raw materials to harvest. Though that's in common with Skyrim, but the
yeah.
difference being that you have a set number of them, and all of them are accessible to every player in Skyrim. Whereas in the case of ESO, you have to go places and do certain difficult things to get certain materials. And certain materials are extremely rare. Whereas in Skyrim, materials are more or less, with some exceptions, kind of available to everybody.
And then there's also the obvious elephant in the room that does need to be talked about, and the fact that it's not allowed with an always online game like Elder Scrolls Online, and that's mods.
Sure, yeah. I mean, and there's add-ons, yes, but yeah, no mods is a big downer for a lot of people. You only get the game that they give you. You don't get your own version. You don't get to edit it. You don't get to change anything.
But on
No
the
improvements other
others,
than that which they give you.
but on the other side of
You
that
know,
coin, the developers of Elder Scrolls Online are always coming out with new expansions, new content, new things, new that.
yeah,
So if
updates and
you're
content.
yeah,
Yeah.
so if you're a new content whore, Elder Scrolls Online is for you.
Well,
If
sure, and if you're also a person that's okay with playing one game for a really large amount of time
well, with
and
new
getting really deep into one game, it's also the game for you.
and and with new, well, if you're interested in just having a fun engrossing experience with different content, not necessarily new, but just different to the whole entire experience, Skyrim with PC mods, yes, I'm going back to that again, is the obvious place to go for that.
Yeah, and especially considering now that with mods on Skyrim, it's become a not PG rated game anymore. Whereas
Depending
Elder
on
Scrolls is,
depending where you get
yeah,
your mods from. If you get them from Bethesda Net, that's not the
yeah,
case. If
they're
you
okay.
if you're
Yeah,
on Nexus, well, have fun, enjoy yourself.
but the point I was making though is that the Skyrim is no longer a PG rated game or even a PG 13 game at that point. It's R straight up.
Yeah,
Whereas Elder Scrolls doesn't have any of that. I
it's
mean, there's
just
essentially
is it.
if you were a, if
What
you
is
were
the
a
rating of
below
it?
18 if you were a below 18 individual, um, I'll look hold on.
And I'm talking about Elder Scrolls Online here.
Yeah, I know.
But while Nord is looking, Joshy, anything you want to add about Elder Scrolls Online or whatever we're talking about here?
So
It's worth doing. Plus, it would be fun for all three of us to go out and do weird shit and in the Elder Scrolls universe
yeah,
online
it
together.
it is rated M,
That's what I thought.
mostly because of alcohol use, violence, things like that.
Yeah.
But that's not any different than the base game of Skyrim.
Plus, I personally think that kids shouldn't be playing games online anyway, like
Sure.
at a certain age.
Generally, I mean, if you're a good parent, you'll keep the kid away from a game that's a little more adult, obviously.
Well within reason. But
Yeah, I mean, you do your best. I mean, ESO is tame by comparison. There's
personally,
nothing, you're not going to find anything where your kid is scarred for life, you know.
personally, if I have like a 12-year-old kid or like a 10-year-old kid and they want to play like Skyrim on Xbox with like no mods, yeah, fine, go ahead.
Yeah, obviously, it's just an adventure game at that point.
Yeah. Or if they want to use like the Bethesda Net mods, That's fine on console.
I mean, even a little kid is capable of understanding that whole, hero with his sword kind of, you know,
Yeah.
game. It's not. It's frankly, it's sort of a kiddie game at that rate. But the other things that come into it with the side story and the different outfits
and
and
the microtransactions.
sure, and it's the themes at that point which begin to pull it more towards the M category,
Yeah.
and the backstory and some of the styles, the fact that you've got very very it's basically the whole thing is adult matters. It's not really a kid's theme. It's not play. It's not fun in the happy smiles and rainbow kind of way. It's a dark, dreary sort of you know bad things happen, people die, heroes sacrifice themselves. It's not really it's not really a kids you know driven thing.
Yeah.
It's more adult things adults would understand.
Indeed.
So
So, with the question that this series on YouTube poses, is Elder Scrolls Online worth it? And in this case, is it worth it much less in 2022 or at all? Nord?
the base game is absolutely. I mean, since it's free, obviously, worth that thing. Um,
Yeah.
Game Pass, the full unlimited version with Game Pass is also worth it, simply because Game Pass is worth it. So
Yeah.
goes right with it. And I myself personally also believe if you're going to play the game, you really should get ESO Plus because you get the craft bag. It will lighten everything up. It will make you level up faster. It will essentially provide you all the DLCs. Um,
And
and
expansions,
so
yeah.
I also personally believe ESO Plus is worth it, and you should play it with ESO Plus. But above that, getting you paying for every single new release for it, I wouldn't do that. That's where I would draw my line of worth it. I don't think it's worth it to pay every year for the new 75 or more dollar ESO, DLC.
So then you and I are in agreement that it's worth it for Joshy.
Oh yeah, I mean it's a game. It's a get good game though. It's not really for everybody because you will struggle. You'll always struggle, even
So,
when you're a higher level player. You will occasionally struggle,
so are you saying
and you
it's
will need the help of other players.
so are you saying that it's a get good game like Dark Souls?
No, no, it's not Dark Souls. Dark Souls is brutal. Dark Souls is brutal. No part of ESO is so difficult to where you will give up. If you give up in ESO, then you should stop playing games altogether. I mean, realistically.
But still, I would not expect game journalists to be able to do anything in the SO either. So
No, yeah, they would say it was too hard also because it doesn't hold your hand.
yeah. So there's the recommendation for you, Joshy. Download and play ESO with us.
Oh yeah, and if you do, you can chime me in and play with me. I can help you out.
Yeah, well, especially Nord because he's like level what 500 or something.
No, no, I'm well over 200 now.
You're what?
I'm over 1200.
Mm. You don't have a fucking life.
No, I felt like truly, really going hard on the game and really getting to know the game in and out. That's all.
Well, then marry it.
Well, bro, we've played hundreds
I
of
know.
hours.
I'm joking.
We've played hundreds, if not thousands, of hours on other games, bro.
I
So it's
know.
not really different.
I know. I'm joking, dude.
It's just that you guys are fucking casuals, you know, or well, I might even call you a dabbler. But in any case, I'm not, and you know that. You know
Well,
I'm more of a completionist guy. I like completing
well,
a game and then moving on.
well, well. Joshy's not even a casual with Elder Scrolls Online. He's never even played it.
Well, no, I wouldn't put him down about that. I mean, people who haven't played it should give it a shot. Take a look at it. It's one of the better titles in the series. I mean, it's not
That
the best. I wouldn't say
if
that, but
if if you want
it's good.
if you want a successful functioning Bethesda online uh, action adventure RPG with other players, Elder Scrolls Online is for you. Stay the fuck away from Fallout 76.
Yes, of course.
It's the tale of two tapes. Bethesda Game Studios trying to do what ZeniMax Online is doing. No, if you want an online game, just let ZeniMax do the Bethesda Online games. If ZeniMax had made an entirely Fallout 76, it might have functioned from the very beginning and probably would have been a hell of a lot different.
One of the things I do want to say about ESO, and maybe I mentioned it already, is
Yeah,
that despite the fact the majority of the playtime I've had has been on my own solo, it's a game where in the end you really do need a couple of friends to join you on your adventure to really fill it out.
yeah. And I'm gonna try to get
And in
back
some
into it, but
cases,
I need to find time for that. So
you need quite a lot of friends depending on what you're doing. You
yeah,
may need up to 12 to 15 other people with you depending on what you're doing.
yeah,
Which I've been in groups on that game of more than 10 people before. I've actually been a part of that, and it's really cool to see.
yeah,
But it's just a game that you'll have fun on your own, but there will be something missing, and you'll wish you had other players around, and there will be other players around, but it's difficult socializing. Some people are jerks, you know how it is in online games. Having a good friend group to play with it makes the game immensely better.
yeah. So on that note, I will say this to you, the viewers who will be watching this on the channel once it's uploaded, to the subscribers of Drudat Games and Drudat Entertainment, respectively, because it's a lot of the same people. If you guys have Elder Scrolls Online on Xbox, hit us up on Xbox Live. That's Joshy064, Drudat Games, or Desert Nord 26.
Yep.
And yeah, come play Elder Scrolls Online with us.
Yep.
Assuming Joshy's actually going to download and play it at any point in the future.
Yeah, in the case of Joshy's uh, issue, I would assume Joshy's problem with playing it would be how massive it is, because it's not a small game in terms of data. I mean, in terms of storage space, it's quite large.
Yeah, it's like 100 and some gigs.
Yeah. Hmm.
And rightly so, because it's got like 6 to 7 expansions at this point.
No, more than that. There's, I think, 22 regions.
Okay, 22 expansions. Okay.
I believe it's that number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking for it right now. So I can install it.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll try to do that. Well, I'll try to stream it on my channel. Nord doesn't do anything on his Twitch channel. Still.
Yeah. Wow.
Scrolls online. Here we go. Install.
How big is it saying that it is for you?
100 gigs.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what games let me do. To get rid of.
But yeah, our intention is going to be to, on Tuesday, try to play Rubber Bandits on Tuesday evening.
Yep.
And then at some point, collectively try to play Elder Scrolls Online together.
Yeah, that would
As
be fun.
Nord and I try to help Joshy figure out which way is up. Or should I say, which way is Mesa and Secunda?
I should also mention there's also a review of ESO along with a couple of other competitors on Az's channel. He did a review that included ESO.
Hmm.
Um, I think he was talking about Resident Evil 7, and he
Hmm.
was talking about World of Warcraft. He was comparing ESO, World of Warcraft, and Resident Evil 7, I believe it was.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So shout out to Heel versus Babyface as well.
Yeah. And I did also want to mention that there's an entire homemaker community in ESO that only play the game to build houses and decorate them.
Which reminds me, Nord, you still have to help me figure out how to buy a fucking house in ESO.
Yeah,
Because I
it
still
takes a little
don't
bit
have
doing,
one
but
there.
yeah.
What else do I need to? Oh,
But on that note, is that all we have about Elder Scrolls Online and how much it's worth playing in 2022?
Yeah,
Much less
and
at all.
so my final word on it is that it is worth it, but only to a certain degree, not to its full degree.
Yeah, if you're not a fan of multiplayer games, then it's obviously not for you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm more of a bigger fan of single player games unless I have like people that I trust to play it with, which I do in the case of Joshy and Nord.
And I don't exactly recommend it for anyone that's not already an Elder Scrolls fan.
Yes.
If you haven't played the other Elder Scrolls games first, I would play those first.
Joshy, you gotta play Skyrim first.
It'll help you better understand the lore that you're witnessing, the things that you're looking at, the people that you're running into.
Or you could go check out YouTube channels like Shoddycast and channels like that who do Elder Scrolls lore videos as
Yeah.
well. Because I also I played through all the Elder Scrolls games except for the first three. So I played all the way through Oblivion, Skyrim, obviously, and whatnot. But also checked out all of the lore videos online that I could find from Lady of the Scrolls, Shoddycast, Camelworks, and so on and so forth, and all these lore channels to find out even more about the Elder Scrolls universe for myself at that point. So you can also do that too, Josh.
alright, this is on now. I finally got that room.
Yeah, it's big.
Yes, it is. It's as big as is Elder Scrolls Online as big as the Rippaverse?
Yeah. Yeah, well, I guess not after a while. Maybe initially not, but he's going to expand that baby into a huge thing. So
It's gotten to the point where we have to think about that as a question. Which is bigger, Elder Scrolls Online or the Rippaverse? I don't know. I think the Rippaverse, right?
yeah, well, he intends it to be.
And rightly so. But on that note, I can safely say this for my money. On my own personal time, I still rather play Skyrim on PC with mods. Just saying,
Yeah,
because I can create my own adventures in that. In Elder Scrolls Online, you're stuck with what the developers have given you. So
but it will give you a lot to do,
yes,
and I do mean a
yes,
lot
yes, it will.
more than most people can comprehend at first.
Yeah. But on that note, we're sitting at 23 at some hours, so we're going to start wrapping it up here. So, with that in mind, if you guys have a different opinion, please put that in the comments down below. We'd love to hear different opinions, as opposed to some people on the internet. Not to name any names because I don't have any names, because they're just weirdos on fucking Twitter. Kind of like all the sex bots that follow Joshy.
Yeah.
um,
She had me. How many followers? Oh, 101 followers, but yeah.
But like I said earlier, send friend requests to Joshy064, Drudak Games, and Desert North 26 on Xbox Live as the train goes by to shake the camera. Thank you, train. And yeah, to join us to play Elder Scrolls Online in the future, and also maybe things like
yep,
Rubber Bandits and other online games, because we do also play multiplayer games here as
yep,
well.
yep.
Even
I'm currently a daily player,
daily player.
so
Anyway.
no, I am. I am a daily player in ESO. So, yeah.
Yeah. Even though like majority of what we love are single player games, but we still play multiplayer games anyway, because reasons.
Yeah.
But on that note, everyone, please hit the like button on your way in or out of the channel. Subscribe for more Is It Worth It and content like this, and also hopefully a future stream or more of me playing Bloodborne at the request of everyone. I got overruled. And things like Elder Scrolls Online being played on Twitch by us on my Twitch channel, and maybe Joshy, who knows, on his, and also brought over here to this channel as well after the fact, like usual. Until then, we will see you guys next time for another Is It Worth It? What that will be, God only knows, because I didn't even know I was going to do this until a couple days ago. Because Nord wanted to. And until then, I'll see you guys soon for, yeah, like I said, Tuesday for Rubber Bandits, soon for Bloodborne, getting back to playing all my other stuff that I need to get through still soon as well. Till then, keep in mind, keep gaming, be good to each other, may the force be with us, and watch out for the world leader. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.
See you guys.
Later.